following program may contain coarse language, suggestive dialogue, and discussion of violent imagery and sexual situations. It is intended for mature listeners who can tell the difference between facts and opinions.
It's literal hentai on this episode of the podcast. I am your host, Sketch, and with me I have...
Your co-host. What? What are you talking about? This is Kuro.
Rooster Fighter. We'll talk about it. And bringing up the rear.
Yo, streaming Steven. Streaming.
It's just us three and no more. Schedule conflicts, holidays, yada yada. But we will carry on. Thank you all for tuning in on a Thursday. We're recording on a Thursday. We don't usually do that, but we might start usually doing that. Sunday had a good run of 2 weeks, and then Easter. Oops, didn't plan that super well. Plus, there's gonna be summer conventions, so that could be. I don't know. It's a work in progress.
We work with what we got.
Yeah. And so does Toonami, because their most recent schedule update. Well, first of all, they in the previous podcast we talked about them bringing back Blue Exorcist season 1. That's not happening. That did not happen. And now I'm
very unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And I believe last week they started playing My Adventures with Superman at 3 a.m. Oh boy, 3 a.m. And now that Daima's wrapped up, they are going to start playing Ninja Kamui, because they were going to do Ninja Kamui at 3 and then Blue Exorcist at 2:30, but instead they decided to do My Adventures with Superman at 3 and Ninja Kamui will be at 2:30. I really think they should be putting Ninja Kamui and Rooster Fighter next to each other, but I guess Superman and Super Chicken are kind of appropriate. Well, whatever. It's after 2:30, so consider me checked out regardless. But that is a prime example of using what you have. Which is fine. I don't want premieres after 2 a.m. I don't want to stay up any later. It's difficult enough for me, a huge One Piece fan, to even stay up for that. So, even though Zoe is so good and now it's almost over, I'm like, no, I was going to watch this on Toonami. What did I sit through parts of Dressrosa for? Oh, and then Whole Cake is coming. And that's a whole cake. Very, very big cake. But yeah. This week we're talking about Rooster Fighter, Blue Lock, and 2 episodes of Tokyo Revengers. So let's get things started off with literal hentai in Rooster Fighter. In the previous episode of Rooster Fighter, we ended things off with a hen coming to attack Keiji. And now we find out why. And to the surprise of nobody here, it's because she was another one-night roost. And he just showed up, laid, and leaved. As he does.
You're on fire today, by the way. I'm loving all this.
And we get a bit of her backstory. She was right from hatching adopted by an old couple that treated her with such loving care, totally pampered her entire life, living like people. And she talks about how she learn some tricks to make them happy, and they show her beating the old man at video games. Like, it's
She
ridiculous.
plays the piano.
Yeah, she plays the piano.
She's a
I'm not gonna say
savant of pens.
she truly is. I mean, we know she's good with technology. She built that lightning baton,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy stuff. And at one point, her happy little life came to an unfortunate turn when a demon appeared and attacked her elderly parents. And that's when KG shows up, does his thing, and then leaves. And she romanticizes it like, and we had a beautiful night of making love to the crashing waves. Oh gosh, I love Lucy Christian. It's just paints a wonderful picture. And there's all like, there's another town that needs me. Well, apparently this town needed you too, because her town got ravaged by demons after that, which kind of set her on the quest to go kill more of the demons. But in the meantime, she made this thing to fry his gizzard. So that's what she attempts to do. And I love the human reactions to this. They're like, what are those chickens fighting? What's going on? Officer, over there. That's the chickens. They're fighting. No chicken fighting in this town. So after running around town and KG dodging her attacks, they decide to head off into the woods where they get some privacy. And she's kind of calmed down a bit. She's still mad, but she's not trying to attack him anymore. But she very quickly side-eyes the possibility that this little chick and him are in a relationship, because the little chick is like, he's my man. It's like, that better not be what I think it is. And he's like, do you think I'm a monster? Yes, but regardless, not that kind of monster. No, that's an entirely one-sided affection. And also, Elizabeth, the hen, is really conflicted in her feelings. Like, oh, I hate this guy. Oh, but I think I still love him. She's just teeter-tottering back and forth a lot. But she also brings a lot of useful information, frankly, an info dump. As she carries around a cell phone and is fairly capable of looking things up on it. She's been learning about the demons and shows off all these different kinds of demons. See, originally, demons only came in red or blue form. You get it? Red Oni, blue Oni, classic. Now they're showing up in all kinds of variations, variants. And some of them are, they have personalities, they have thoughts. Some of them aren't bad. Some of them are helping out the community, just chilling. But a lot of them are definitely bad. Including this real scary, big white demon that has a certain mark on its neck. Which you'd think maybe has something to do with that certain mark on the neck demon that KG is looking for. And he has quite a reaction to that. Has a reaction to seeing this footage of, like, it has a hen arm that fires off like a phoenix, which is pretty wild. And he thinks it looks like his sister. He's like, no, that's not possible, right? That's crazy. Crazier than everything else we've seen, obviously. So he's got that information now. He's not really sure what to do with it. But I guess this is also a hot spring episode. So we go boil them chickens a little bit. And important chicken detail, they moderate their body temperature with their crowns. So keep your crown cool. Gotta keep your crown cool using a wet towel, and Elizabeth even explains that humans basically do this as well. Because you
They
want to,
actually, hens don't bathe in water, they bathe in dirt.
yeah, or at least in mud, as we see later.
Yeah. Yeah, mine do. It's a lot of fun to watch, actually. It's really cute. They just like kind of burrow into a little, they make themselves a little nest and then they flap their feathers as they
Well,
get the dirt all over them. It's really cute.
apparently Elizabeth bathes in the human bathtub with wine.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, it's good for my pores. Like, honey, you don't have pores.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty much. Uh yeah. And KG actually passes out in the well, he gets overheated, and that's you know, it kind of puts him at odds when it seems like a monster has appeared. But no, it's just a list covered in mud.
Or
Fun, fun,
spawn.
fun stuff. Fun stuff.
She's not a real hen. She's like a wannabe human.
Like a wannabe. Well, considering how she was raised,
Yeah.
also she was friends with a dog and a cat. Her only friends, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely very very silly, but
Absolutely.
we also get a glimpse into KG's past with his sister, and we see that at one point they were attacked by a ferocious dog, and she unlocked some kind of power. So maybe the fire thing actually is. Who could say? Who could say?
Yeah.
Elizabeth is pretty certain that they should at least track down this white demon with the mark, because it's probably the closest thing to answers they're gonna get. And even though she claims that she wants to take down all the demons and that's kind of her goal, and KG's goal is just to get revenge, it really seems like she's doing this for him specifically.
Yeah. She wants to stay around him.
Even
Now
though
you
she's
have like
like,
a grown
well,
hen
this
and a chick competing for this dude's attention that's not interested in either.
this little chick can go along with you, huh? But I won't. I can't forgive you. I was like, come on, honey.
You're
You're
not
already
fooling
doing
anyone.
so much for him.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice dip in the hot spring. It'll help heal your wounds. But really, I just want her to dip in the hot spring. This hen thinks she's people. She really, really does.
I have a
So,
hen that thinks she's like a falcon. She thinks she's like a real bird. She perches on my shoulder. She tries to fly out of the coop. It's amazing. So,
wow,
yeah. She's
that
like,
is
someday I'll be a real bird.
that is something.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. She flies up to my shoulder like I've never seen any hen in my life do that. It's funny.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Back from Tales from the Kuro coop.
Well, there's more tales from the Kuroku because at some point, oh, by the way, got her name in this episode. She's like, Mister, I would like a name. I'd like you to give me one. It's like, you're Pyoko. And Elizabeth is like, that's not a name. Is it a name? And Pyoko's like, I love it because Master gave it to me. Yeah. Easy to please this chick. It's a cute name. Not entirely sure what it means.
I think
If it
I
means.
I looked it up and it's like part of an onomatopoeia in Japanese.
Ah.
Beyond that, I guess I don't really know because it's like even though it makes no sense, the sounds that animals make are different in every language. So maybe it's something related to her sounds or noises specifically. I don't know. Maybe someone who
Very
speaks
possible.
Japanese can tell us.
Yeah, there was some quality chicken noises in this episode.
Oh yeah.
Every time KG feels like things are not going well, he's like, it's like, you don't understand anything about women. He really doesn't.
Nope.
He really, really doesn't. I like that Pyoko even agreed with that. She and Elizabeth are definitely at odds a little bit. Pyoko doesn't want to warm up to Elizabeth at all. But she did decide to tell her about the mark on her back and how it means duty, even though it's very personal. She decided to share that, so it's a little bonding, and yeah, just cute fun stuff. But the Kuro relatable moment is Pyoko goes missing, and we see in the forest a cat has taken her away.
Black cat.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm not even like upset or scared or worried. It's just genuinely hilarious. This cat. She ran off with a chick. No offense, but yeah. Come on. You have a stray chick wandering around, like what's a cat? Like, that is catnip to a cat. That's bait. That was definitely gonna happen.
Yeah.
Very, very funny.
Definitely true. So let's talk about this episode. Steven, I want to hear your thoughts.
I mean, it's crazy. It's fun. Um, it's chickens doing human things. I mean, it's stupid, but it works. How does Elizabeth? I mean, you see Elizabeth like knowing how to like use phones and use everything. That's like those parents like devoted. They knew they weren't going to have kids, and they're like, you know what? We're going to have a chicken, and it's it's crazy, but you know what? It works in a weird way. I I do wonder with that whole world. Like, do they think like certain chickens are okay, or and like I don't know how it works. It's like you see the one working like doing teach them how to use a cell phone, or in the world there's some just weird stuff like they had the guys the demon's glasses just in the dumpster, like they had to move that whole thing over there that it lifted up. Some of that stuff is just stupid. The business demon still doing his business sitting there. I'm like, okay. um it is interesting, but it is fun to watch that. um yeah, we don't know what that,
Campy.
yeah, we
Yeah.
we don't know what that, rooster if that rooster is, but man, that thing almost sounds like, a Mega Man type thing where, like, they absorb the powers of,
Oh
like,
my god, I
each
was
chicken.
just thinking that.
Hmm.
I was thinking that the demon is absorbing powers either from other demons or other things it consumes.
Yeah, and apparently that chicken, whoever it is, it could be the sister, could not be, has some phoenix-like powers to rise from the dead or something like
Stole
that, so
theory, Steven,
yeah.
and theory thief.
Yeah, I know, I take so much. Um,
It's not so far fetched.
yeah,
Ah.
there's some good
How
Pokemon
right
puns
you
in it.
are.
Yeah.
Let's keep naming Pokemon.
I'll try to get
Oh.
more in during the Blue Lock segment.
Yeah.
The whole thing just me naming all 151.
Hey, Steven, don't be a slowpoke.
No.
That was gonna be mine.
Anyway, yeah, fantastic episode. I can't wait to see where it goes because it is crazy enough to go in some weird places, but also you do feel and root for these characters who are chickens. By the way, these are chickens who have powers like DBZ or like any like shonen out there. It's like these are chickens. It's crazy, but you know what? It works out with everything going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this
What are
is
your
a silly, fun episode. I gotta say, the anthropomorphized chicken mating, it just, I don't know why. I'm struggling with it a little bit. I get why they put it in. Objectively, it's funny. It's just when it comes up, I'm like, uh, uncomfortable.
So are you telling me that these chickens are not mating properly?
No, they are, but like, I don't know. It's just they're like they have human stuff and they're doing chicken stuff and it's just wrong. I guess it's a little wrong. So yeah, that's that part. But like I knew that was gonna come up. I figured, you know, when she
Yeah.
was talking about falling in love, I was like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes. But it's pretty silly. It's in a lighthearted way, and I like that now they're building up the whole demon story bit, and Elizabeth seems pretty sharp, so she'll
Mhm.
probably put a lot of these clues together about these demons, especially because she can somehow inexplicably navigate a smartphone. Don't ask too many questions, just let it happen. Just let it happen. Uh that I guess in world, it's interesting that they're tracking these demons and discovering patterns. So, you know, I was thinking back about when that scene came about, what you said about them sort of spreading like kind of like a spore, maybe, and then a human is infected, and then it manifests differently depending on whatever maybe emotional surge the human has at the moment. That's how the demonic infection manifests, maybe.
Mm.
I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but I am thinking about it. And I also had the theory that the demon with the mark was absorbing other abilities somehow, and that's why like it looks like a lot bigger than it was in Cage's memory, and it looks a lot cooler actually. Got some new abilities, got some new powers.
Yeah. And I
He's leveled up.
wonder if it specifically targeted his sister because she unlocked some kind of power.
Yeah. Yeah, I could sense it.
That's where I think.
That's why it consumed it, you know, for
Mhm.
her. Yeah, interesting. And I like that they're intentionally letting the viewer put these puzzle pieces together. I appreciate that because I'm like in all earnestness, you're watching a story about fighting chickens. So giving you something to sort of put together on your own outside of watching them do that stuff is good. And I really thought this would be more monster of the week, and there was no fighting this episode, and it was
Yeah,
still
they teased a monster, but it wasn't actually a monster.
no, no, and it was still fine. I wasn't bored, unlike something else I watched on Toonami that night. So, yeah,
Oh.
it looks like you can have an episode of Rooster Fighter and with no fighting. Well, no physical fighting. There's a lot of verbal back and forth.
There was some physical fighting
Well, she
between.
kicked him in the pool, which was funny.
Well,
Was amusing.
that, but I mean, like the opening. I suppose that doesn't qualify as a fight, more
Oh,
just
I
like a
didn't really.
chase,
Yeah, they were sort of. Yeah,
because he didn't fight back.
as a little non-lover squirrel. It's a squirrel, I guess. I guess.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm enjoying the sort of lightheartedness of it.
Do you
It, yeah.
do you like
I
that they added some eggs to this sausage?
yeah. Yeah, I actually my favorite part of this episode honestly was the cat right like traipsing off with little Pyoko. Like of course, you don't want anything to happen to Pyoko. I don't think obviously she wouldn't be in the intro if something was going to happen to her. I also don't want anything to happen to the cat. The cat's just doing what cats do. So don't kill the kitty. Just,
I think the
take
kitty will
Pyoko
be
back.
okay.
Yeah, take Pyoko back and let it hunt something else.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like they're going to be saving humans in the next episode.
There you go. That should be the after
Human
after whatever
children.
amusing foray for this little rescue will be. What was your favorite moment this episode, Sketch?
Oh, man. It might have been Elizabeth kicking him into the water because he's all like, "How deep is it? How deep is the pool?
It was funny.
Like, you can't swim."
Yeah.
Shut up! Don't talk about that. It's it's uncool. And she just kicks him in. He's like, "Ah, ah!" Oh, it's fine. Stupid rooster. In fairness, if you can't swim, that would be a concern.
Yes.
We saw in that other episode he was on like a basket on the water. He wasn't swimming. I do like. I was like, why would a land animal need to learn how to swim unless they're like a duck? Like, solid
Kuro,
reasoning,
can
I
chickens
guess.
swim?
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming no. Well, wait, when I've had to give my hens baths, we have a little tub. They kind of float on the surface.
They can float.
Yeah, they float on the
They're
surface.
buoyant.
Yeah, they are buoyant. But we don't have like a pond or anything for them. Any access to water they have.
They don't spend much time in water.
No, we will bathe them ourselves. Like if one's sick, we bring him inside and we give her a bath. And she kind of floats on the water, you know.
Okay.
Chick on the water.
Yeah. Yes, I've had to bathe my chickens. It's a whole thing, man.
Remember to bathe your chickens before they hatch. What?
Yeah.
According to the internet, they say chickens generally avoid water and will only swim if forced by survivor situation or accidental immersion.
Or mean
Because
humans who are trying to
yeah.
clean their butts.
True. They do not have web feet, and their feathers absorb water rather than repelling
Yes.
it like ducks.
That would be bad.
They
Yeah,
can
the web
float
feet
and
makes
paddle
sense.
for short periods of time.
Makes sense.
Elizabeth is a very weird hen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe she has a little stool in her fancy tub with her rosé.
Perhaps.
Where did she get that electrical rod thingy from? That's interesting.
Like a mini
she
cow
built
prod.
that thing?
Oh.
Yeah. She's smart, man.
Yeah, she is. She's clever.
She's the gadget gal.
Which is great because mine are dumb. Like they're really stupid. so
speaking of personalities, so we have KG. He's very stoic. He's very stoic, very stern, kind of a doofus. We have Pyoko, very excitable. We have
Jumpy.
Yeah, Elizabeth, who's very smart, cunning, kind of sassy. Actually, very sassy. So there's one more character in the group that we've seen in the opening. What kind of personality do we think he's gonna have?
I'm thinking
serious,
silly,
big doofus.
I think really silly, really goofy, really like some kind of outwardly comedic in personality. You know, clownish is what I'm thinking.
I could see that. I could see that.
That's interesting. I was thinking more of a samurai type figure, kind of like someone who is stoic.
I could see that. I could see that. Now, let me pose to you a samurai stoic type character who is also a doofus.
Oh, there you go.
Like he's super serious, but he's stupid.
Zoro.
Yes.
Don't
even
about
more
my Zoro. I love him.
Even more than that. Look, I'm sorry. I absolutely love Roronoa Zoro. He is not smart. He is a himbo. Okay. He is a himbo. And we love him for that. We love him for that. He's smart in fighting. Pretty much nothing else.
Yep.
Actually, he has pretty good emotional intelligence. Sometimes.
You put a paper bag over him, he can't find his way out.
No, he can't. Oh, right. Well, Time to get blue balled.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
the formula for goals. Who cares? Who cares, Ego? Who cares? Uh, Part of this episode is getting to know the other team. Apparently, Rio only got he got really interested in soccer when watching the World Cup, but his father wanted him to succeed him as the CEO of the family's company, and he didn't want him playing soccer. But one day at school, he encounters Nagi, the white-haired kid, and he was just like the coolest. And even though Nagi was like, I don't want to play soccer, I guess he eventually convinces him to play soccer. And that's like a really abbreviated version of their backstory. Who cares?
yeah. Oh, I'm really glad you did it that way because I was like, how much detail do I need to sit through of this? The answer is none.
I
That's
get
the
it.
answer.
The kid in the powerful family doesn't want to become the head of the company. He just wants to play soccer, and
Cool.
nothing's interesting to him until he meets a certain person, and that really gets him on fire. And yeah, they become friends, teammates, and somehow they're still on the same team here, I guess. That worked out. They must have fairly similar skill levels because that's how it worked, right? Everybody that was in similar skill levels ended up on the same team. There you
I
go.
guess.
So Team Z's got to prepare for their final match against Team V, who, by the way, hasn't lost a game yet. And they got to figure out how to advance. Ego comes on the the video when they start interrogating their defector Kuan, and he explains why, despite the nasty tactics, all that mattered was the fact that Kuan scored goals. So even though he actually does sort of rebuke Kuan
Oh,
and
he
tell him,
heavily rebukes him. He gives him a lot of shit.
he's like, you're trash, you're not
Yeah.
going to go far, but according to my metrics, you still scored the goals.
Yeah. Well, he knows he's going to weed himself out, but I did appreciate, how he laid into him. That was
Mm-hmm.
satisfying. And
Yeah.
you could tell he was pretty humiliated.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that plan did not work out.
Yeah.
But I'm still the highest ranked.
Well, we
And
said
if you
that.
guys don't score 3 goals, then I'm still moving on. It's like, yeah, but what if we score 3 goals? Oh, shit. My plans are ruined.
I
But
didn't
you're
think
not
that
gonna.
far ahead.
Is it per game? Because Kunigami's already scored twice. I think he only needs to get 2 more, and then he'll pass up Kuan. I think it's goals total and not just per game, but I might be misremembering things. But anyway, Ego explains his broader point. You're all just got lucky so far, and nothing you've done is reproducible, and producibility is the critical skill for a striker. And they're like, oh, he might have a point.
Have they never played this game before? Like, what the hell? What is wrong with these dudes? Duh. That applies literally to any other sport.
Yeah, pretty much.
God.
So once again, Isuki can't really, sit with himself, and he finds Baro, the king, out on the training field, and he's like, hey, you want to scrimmage with me? He's like, hell no, you're not worth my time. But then Isuki kind of gets him fired up,
Which team
like
was Baro on? I can't remember. The first team they played?
the first team they played. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ask me what letter that was. Was it
Yeah, who
X?
cares?
Was it
Whatever.
I think so. No, the first team was Y.
Okay.
No, Y was the second team. This
No, that was no. The third
this
team was W.
this
Who are you
sounds like a
talking about?
this sounds like a big
Oh
who's
my
on
god! You know what? It doesn't matter.
who's on first. It absolutely how right you are. It does not
The
matter.
truth is, neither of the three of us actually care. We're just trying to be right for the sake of the podcast, and you know
Blue
that we
Lock,
don't care.
do something, please. This was such a dull episode. Like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
I kind of like Isagi sort of getting advice from Baro, kind of working things out with him. That's fine. That was interesting enough. But everything else going on in this episode was
Yeah.
just a slog. Really. But even though Baro has already told him, "You're not worth my time," Isuke just keeps mad dogging him until he plays along. It's like, "Oh, you think you figured me out? Huh, that's not my full range."
Why not? You're welcome. I had to throw that in there.
But he's on Team X. Uh, and the next day, Team Z has their match with, and they have to come up with some kind of strategy that does not involve Kuan. So it's 10 against 12 again. And things are going okay at first, but then they miss a shot. And off of the missed shot, Rio completes a long and risky no-look pass to Nagi on the opposite side. And Nagi scores the first goal for the match with Team V. Because he's pretty good. Despite his ideology, he's pretty good at this game. Yeah. I'm so frustrated because the previous episode showed the 2 episodes showed something. And I guess you need a cooldown between that and the next thing, but the pacing of this show is just not
Might help
good.
if either of us liked soccer. I'm
Yeah,
convinced
it
this is
might.
certainly part of the problem.
But if I
I
liked football, I probably would have been more frustrated at how bad these guys are at it.
Yeah, that's the other part of this. Like, you have to repeat your goals. No shit, Sherlock. Why are you only just figuring this out now? Like, just like, what's your skill on the field? Like, and they're supposed to be playing at a semi-professional level. What were they doing this whole time?
Yeah.
I'm just I ugh. I just was so bored. So bored. I was tempted to go look up the rest of the season, not the rest of the season, but the rest of this game, because it's going to be like 2 to 3 episodes more for this
Yeah.
game. This is going to be at least a
And
3
they're gonna
episode
win.
game.
They're gonna win.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna win.
So they're gonna be they're gonna be behind, and then they're gonna have to come back from behind, and then there'll be some kind of crazy score that they'll tie a breaker round or whatever, and they'll get it, and then they'll move on.
Yeah, they will move on. They're not going to lose because the other team can lose and move on. It's
Otherwise, then this would
very
be
badly
and
structured.
I'd just be very confused why we got introduced all these characters for them to just be gone after what we'll say 10 to 11, 12 episodes. Like, okay, thanks for wasting my time. No, they're gonna win. It's we're just gonna have to sit through 3 episodes of this game and like it or
Oh
something.
man, I hope not. I hope it's only 2 more.
I don't know. I just feel in my bones it's a 3 episode game.
Oh gosh, probably right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steven, what do you
Have
think of
something
this?
positive to say, because we sound really negative.
You know what? I do like the faces. The faces, the artists that can like draw those faces or like
The faces
those
are good.
scenes.
They're very
They
good.
got some great animation and great facial animation. Like when they go in and they start talking about stuff. I could do without them explaining like the math and everything behind them of like why they have to win. I'm like, like everyone else, I failed math, so I'm like, they're talking about this, and I'm like, I can't even figure it out. It's like they're talking about calculus. It's like, what does this have to do with like soccer? They're explaining like Punnett squares and all this stuff that they need to win, and I'm like, who cares? You either win or lose. Pick one of them. But I mean, eh, I don't know. It's like I can make so many stuff, so much puns about it when I'm like doing the live tweeting and everything. It is what it is. I mean, but there are some cool things. When Ego like gets his look in one of these eyes, it's like, dude, it feels like this guy's locked in. He should be playing soccer instead of and talking about these kids playing soccer. He's too hooked up on you know like these kids and finding the natural stuff unless he's got they're taking money away from him and he's losing money like daily.
He does the Monday morning quarterbacking. He watches
Monday
a lot
morning
of it,
quarterback.
and
The
he's
guy's
able
got
to
the
analyze.
guy's got 10K running on sports books on all of these kids, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
losing every single day on each one of
There's
them.
no way you could put him on a field and he could run that fast, though. Look at him.
Yeah, yeah.
He would have an asthma attack and pass out.
Dude, the guy would trip on the first inch of grass you think he ever touched grass? I don't think so.
He might make a good coach. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's like an older version of Deku, but to the extreme. Just like mumbling constantly and thinking, "Oh no, these planes are unbelievable. I don't know what these kids are gonna do. Look at me, they can't do this stuff without me doing it, and I can figure out everything that they're trying to do because everything that they're trying to do is trying to glorify me." Like, do we really need him? Not really, but he is a cool thing. The weird thing about him is he like recording these videos and sending them to all of these kids? Or is he just focusing on that team because he knows Team Z is the one to beat Team A or something?
No, he's
Or he
doing
doesn't
this.
really have to worry about that?
He's talking live.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine he's got a whole bunch of monitors, and then he just send to them as necessary.
Sometimes
Dude,
he's making a broadcast to everybody, but it seems like most of the time, specifically talking to one team at a time.
man,
Yeah,
they better
we
not
just don't
bring
see the other teams.
they better not bring Dateline NBC in here of him watching all the monitor feeds.
Don't jinx it.
Oh no!
I'm running out of Pokemon puns.
We don't know how old Ego is. Maybe he's a teenager too.
Sure.
He's a what?
A teenager.
No, I think he's an adult.
Yeah, he probably is. Bonus time was Rio and Nagi.
It was also boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rio will do like anything to get Nagi to participate, including giving him massages.
Cool. So his little boyfriend hates soccer, but he basically bribes him into playing. That's just awesome. Anyway.
Are you more in video games? Is his special talent just to balance things? That's his weapon.
Yeah,
or to bribe people into playing for him, I guess.
He gets really good massages. That's his weapon.
Hey, that's a good weapon to have.
True.
I'd want them on my team. Yeah. This was an in-between episode, and it sure was. I gotta say,
felt like it.
I really did enjoy Isugi having a conversation with Baro, even though Baro clearly helped him out. He'll never admit it though. And for what reason, I couldn't tell you because Baro has no reason to help this guy. No reason at all. And yeah, it wasn't super helpful, but he still played. He still helped him figure some things out.
Yeah, Isugi seems to be doing a lot of unlocking his potential in the moment, not in training.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Which I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, sometimes he does really stupid stuff.
I just wish this was about baseball.
Where all the roles are clearly defined.
Yes, and where there's strategy involved and a hell of a lot more tension.
Yeah. Uh ugh.
I know. Let's just move on.
Let's just move on. I don't. Why is this show popular?
Soccer.
I'm wondering what I'm missing. Like genuinely, that's why I keep thinking and going back to is this because I'm not a soccer fan? Is that what I'm missing? Cuz I don't really get it. Like aside from all the points that Steven makes about how great the animation is, that is just not enough to keep me interested.
Hmm.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I w- I would say it's because of soccer. There has to be something there that I mean, I would say we are missing it because we're not getting it. I would throw that back to the community. Hey, community, tweet at us, do whatever to get our attention. We'll see it. Why do you like this show or
Yeah.
dislike it? But why do you like it? Is there something that we're missing that we can see, but
Mhm.
we're not, you know, it's not visible to us. It's like we're colorblind and we can't see red and green or something like that. It happens to me a lot of times. I'm colorblind. But
But can you see why kids love Blue Lock?
dude, no. If I could, other than the facial animation, I mean, that's the only thing that I can keep talking about. The facial animation is like really good. I can't draw, right? I can draw some things, but I can't draw. I can't draw a face and eyes like that. That's really good. That's like someone who went in and on their talent and just started going drawing faces like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's really good. Um, is there something we're missing? I wanna say yes, but I don't know, man. It feels like soccer, but soccer didn't seem to be that boring when I watched it at times, but I wasn't really into soccer, and so but I seen it, I get the appeal of it, but, I mean, maybe it's because we're in America and we don't focus on soccer that much, but I
I don't
don't
even
think
think
that's
that's it.
true.
I don't think that's
No.
it. I don't think it's a cultural thing at all. I think it's just because if you're doing it on if you're talking about it, the sport specifically, then that's completely based on the individual and what appeals to them.
I mean,
You
I
know,
would rather watch an
Jeff,
actual
no.
game of soccer.
Jeff suggesting to not pick up another soccer anime. No, 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 no other
Okay, but
soccer anime.
Aoshi, what I've seen of it is way more interesting than Blue Lock. Even if it's way more basic, I'm gonna be the very best like no one ever was. But but the lead guy in that also has kind of the eagle eye. They call it the crow eye, actually,
Well, like,
in
what
that show.
other sport would this work for? The only other sport I think they could do a similar structure would maybe be basketball.
I mean, Kuroko's basketball would be way better.
Well, yeah, because like in basketball, like you have your point guard as the scoring player. So having a
Mhm.
bunch of people train to be a point because you couldn't do it for football, you can't do it for baseball. You can't put a bunch of pitchers and then
Come on,
expect
Tsunami, we could have had Haikyuu.
yeah, volleyball.
Can we get Ice Shield 21 back?
I love Ice Shield 21. Unfortunately, there was not much of a dub.
Mm.
But yeah, I watched that show fan subbed, and I
Yeah,
had a grand old time. You know why Ice Shield 21 is so good? Because it's written by the same person as Dr. Stone.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember
On
watching it on,
yeah.
Toonami,
Yeah, yeah,
Jetstream.
on Jetstream, it was,
Yeah.
I there's definitely problems with how they handled that dub, but as far as a hack dub goes, I thought it was really entertaining. I think they cut
AJ
out too
Tip thinks I
much.
would hate Aoshi more. You might be right, sir. Who knows?
Yeah.
I when I think
That's
there's a
true.
couple
AOC
things.
is definitely slower.
I think there's
which
also
is
a couple
saying
things
something.
missing from this that, like, for me, what I watch for entertainment. Like, there's no sexual tension, so that's out. Unless you're
Are you
maybe an
sure?
well, I guess
No,
if you're like a
man.
16-year-old gay boy, there's a lot of that
If
going
you're a
on.
16-year-old gay boy, how right you are.
Yeah, then you're loving this right now because
Dude,
all these
now he's
muscular
opening up a
teenage.
lot of eyes.
Like, oh, that's why I don't like girls. Oh, okay.
Bachara,
It all's
Bachara,
coming together.
please, a towel, Bachara, every time in the
You know
locker
what?
room.
And they're doing Batra so dirty because he was so promising as an interesting character. And like the past 5 episodes, I've gotten nothing out of him and I'm angry about it. Like, you gave me one character that I actually cared about, and now I got nothing from him. Like, make him score a goal. Just give him a fucking goal, please.
Oh, farewell, my dear Kramer. Another suggestion. That one's at least a girls' soccer team.
You know
I
what?
think.
I might actually like that better because girls' soccer is a lot more brutal.
I think it's from the author of March Comes In Like a Lion? Maybe. I might be totally off base there. Anyway, getting back several comments ago, Mr. AJ Tips pointed out that Ego is an adult. Also,
Yes.
when he was making food a few episodes back, he used to play soccer. I
Yeah,
thought that was the case.
that sounds right.
That he used to play soccer, and that's why he injured himself. I think. I think he got injured, and that's why he stopped playing soccer. That sounds right, but I might.
This show is just making such a troll out of me, and I hate it. That's not the person I want to be on this podcast. I really don't.
Look, we can't love
Love
them
to
all.
hear it.
I can't lie. These are my feelings. These are the things that I'm experiencing as I'm watching it. I can't pretend it's otherwise.
Tsunami, you did this to us.
Yeah, yeah. I think you have a good point, Steven. I would love to hear why it's so popular. Like, legitimately, I'm not being an ass about it. Like, I want to know what I'm missing. And if it is the sport itself, then that's just not going to be solved. It's just not something I find entertaining. I just don't. Just like
No,
some people don't find, they don't want to watch slice of life, or some people don't want to watch sports anime, or some people don't want to watch action. They want to watch,
I think
romance.
the
Like,
characters are the problem. They're
yeah.
just doing nothing. For the most part. They're not giving you a reason to root for them. They're kind of not great people.
I feel bad for like a lot of these players, because if this is ranking based on strikers, then like about 60% of this team won't move on.
Yeah.
Like, Yaemon, as what is I mean, he's not going to move on. He hasn't even had a chance to play outside of being the goalie. The guy with the white hair, like, that was the first time I saw him make an attempt, and he missed. So,
He made a goal before.
oh, okay. The ranking system, I understand why it exists, but it's just not really conducive to the the setup for this. Like, there's a lot about this that doesn't make sense to me. And
Yeah,
and that's what I'm struggling with.
I think that's entirely fair.
And while, like, in comparison to, like, we've commented how, for example, Tokyo Avengers has some continuity issues. It seems to be aware of that, but it makes up for it by having a compelling plot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Let's talk about that compelling plot.
yeah. Yes. We'll have 2 episodes to talk about that are compelling. Let's start with episode 7, Revive. So I just noticed that each of the titles have a re in front of them, because I'm an idiot. I'm not observant. But yes. So where we left off, Mobius showed up at the warehouse with their full gang, fully ready to fight. Um, And Mikey mocks Osanai for doing just that, saying like, "What? You all are here to beat up a bunch of middle schoolers?" Which I appreciate that deeply. That's like probably the kindest, smartass comment I would let escape from my mouth. Takemichi, meanwhile, is shocked at how different Osanai looks from his present counterpart, and noticing his face and taking it as disrespect, Osanai strikes Takemichi before Pachin steps in to face him. And yeah. Mikey then orders him to stand back, and he's insisting that this is Pachin's fight, and I guess that he's the best fighter. Or is he? Because in spite of his determination, he gets his ass handed to him. He is effortlessly overpowered by Osanai, and he ends up passing out on his feet. Before he collapses, however, Mikey catches him and assures him that not all is lost. So, as Mobius mocks them all, Mikey steps forward and kicks Osanai in the face, which is like his signature move, and knocks him down, shocking everyone into blissful silence. And then proceeds to taunt them all into challenging him individually, which of course none of them take him up on. Osanai tries to get up to retaliate with a broken beer bottle because he's a dirty fighter, but Draken steps in and stops him, kneeing him in the stomach. He then condemns his actions of, saying you broke the thug code by raping the girl and beating up her family, and declares Mobius defeated, and they're going to be absorbed into their own gang, Tomon. Now, all of a sudden, the police come, finally, and the gangs both start to scatter. And Draken yells at the former Mobius people, I suppose, that they need to grab their own fallen leader. And Takemichi at that point is of the mind that the conflict has ended peacefully with his friends intact. But suddenly Pachin gets up and stabs Osanai with a knife in the back, which shocks everyone. And at that point, he just decides to wait there for the cops to get him. At that point, fleeing with the Tomon gang, Takemichi passes out because he's been beat up now twice. And he wakens in a hospital where Emma is there waiting on Draken's instruction. She then informs him that Mikey and Draken have been fighting for the past day, and Tomon has subsequently split into factions. But she doesn't at this point explain what the cause of the disagreement between Mikey and Draken are. So 3 days later, and it is at this point August 1st, Takemichi's friends come visit him, and they confirm Draken and Mikey are still fighting. They kind of troll him for a bit, saying their friendship is ended, but they saw how outraged he was and laugh him and say, no, they're probably still friends. They just fight all the time. This is apparently normal. Except that Draken, who comes to visit Takemichi at his house, when he confirms Pachin was arrested and jailed, and that Osanai has survived being stabbed, but he very angrily declares that Tomon is finished, and he's through working with Mikey for good, but doesn't explain why. So as he's leaving Takemichi's house, he runs into Mikey, and they confront each other, and their argument escalates, and they begin destructively tossing all of the nice things of Takemichi's memories at each other until he snaps and demands they stop. Now, I have this observation that this one thing that is bothering the hell out of me. Why is this kid desperately needs self-defense lessons? Because he got beat up like twice in a row. Like, he has no ability to stop a punch. Like, why would you be in a gang if you're not able to block a punch or just like cover or anything? Just, he's got absolutely no sense of any kind of fighting acumen at all. None. He's just, I feel like every few episodes we just see him getting beat up, Even Pa Chin, like he's incapable of blocking a punch too. He's just blocking the punches with his face. I just would think for gang members that where fisticuffs is pretty important, that they would have a little bit of better self-defense skills. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any of those times where Takamichi is back in his present time, he really should be learning some of this stuff from Naota.
Yeah, go spend a couple hours at a boxing class, dude. Just gain some basic self-defense abilities. Just some basic stuff. I also feel like the funny thing, it never occurred to him when he was trying to start this fight was he should have called the cops himself instead of like thinking that he could just step in the middle of this massive gang war and everything. They're all going to listen to him yelling, "No, stop, please." You know, he's a little he hasn't really thought this through. I hope that like he gets better the more he tries to change the past. He gets a little more clever about it because he seems to be reacting and not being proactive, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah. Um Steven, what were your thoughts about this fight, this specific episode?
It shocked me when the guy when he like stabbed him. That was like you knew something weird was like going to come. Like something weird, but it felt like okay, they stopped it. They stopped the whole thing. Guy just comes up and just stabs him right in the thing and leaves them all. Leaves the guy that just sit there and die, which is I mean, I guess it happens in gangs. I don't know. I wasn't in a gang, but it it
Thanks for clearing that up. I wasn't sure.
with everything I was talking on there, you never know. But man, it's like he just comes up and stabs him right in the stomach. That guy doesn't have a chance. The police are finally get here. Who called the police on it? Is it
I'd love to know that as well.
who called the police on him? Because it's either someone in there is like secretly an informant to call the police, or the other that's like the working theory that I'm thinking of. The other theory that's in my head is I mean, all those guys dressed in white jumpsuits coming in to a warehouse over there, that doesn't look suspicious to you? The
Someone
neighborhood
picked up on that.
the
Yeah.
neighborhood was that, that doesn't look right that all these guys are coming here.
Both are plausible at
Yeah.
this stage. Both are
I
very
mean, they're
plausible.
not garbage men, I don't think, all coming for a convention.
Well,
So,
maybe a little bit. And not in the metaphorical sense.
yeah. But still, I mean, him getting stabbed and them all of them just booking it, man. They just ran for the hills. They're like, I'm
Yeah.
not getting caught, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking the time. But you got as much as he stabbed him and did it, you got to commend him a little bit for staying there and talking to the police and turning himself in, because that technically, I mean, it is the right thing to do, but you don't do that in the first place. But you gotta stand up for him to say, yeah, you did do the right thing, you did turn yourself in. Him getting 2 years, how long did he get? He got 2
1 year.
years.
He gets
1 year.
which we find out in the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only
it's
one.
Japanese justice system is different.
Mm,
Assault,
th-
depending on which state you are, that could easily get you 5 to 10.
yeah, the
It
guy's
totally
doing
depends.
the guy's doing a nickel or a
Or
dime somewhere,
or 3 to 5. Yeah, 3 to 5 maybe if you're lucky.
Yeah, so I mean, great episode. I mean, at the end of the episode, it was the end, right? Where he had the fight, where
Yeah, the
he's trying to,
fight.
and they're just throwing all of his stuff and breaking
Yeah, man.
everything.
What the heck? That's
Yeah.
Dude, but where's Mikey keeping that
Unnecessary.
stuff at? All of that
Some
stuff's in the front yard. Dude, the
Takamichi.
kid
Yeah,
never.
You're
The
just
kid's not
grabbing
even.
it from the outside. He doesn't
Is
keep
he?
anything in his apartment.
dude, he's just keeping it all right out there in the front. His parents are not there, so they're like, they don't care. So he's just like leaving it all up there. There goes a bike, there goes a skateboard, there goes, trophies or whatever. They're just breaking it. They don't care. He's like at the end of it, he's like, I'm sick of all of this. He's going Super Saiyan. Just
He
doing that.
did. He did go Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Sketch. Thoughts about this episode?
Well, yeah, dude needs to learn how to take a punch if he's gonna keep getting involved in gang fights. Uh, really, really not a good plan. I mean, totally understandable that they will book it when the cops show up because now somebody's been stabbed. That's serious. Before, but apparently not that serious if he's only getting a year. Jeez. Didn't exactly ruin the kid's life, but I kind of I also really like that Mikey's like, hey, don't just leave him. Like, you gotta you gotta look out for your boss. You can't just leave on your own and leave him for the cop. But then yeah, he stabs him. He stabbed him all right. But then he's like, I'll wait for the cops. It's like, okay, so he got his revenge, but he realizes what he did, bad thing, pays penalty, which again is shockingly not that much. Like, wow, just a year? Wow. Probably would have been worse if he had actually killed the guy, which he didn't. He
Yeah.
did not end up killing
Thankfully.
that guy.
At least he can be, maybe there's a chance at him being rehabbed.
So
And
now that guy
in
can
his
still
mind,
grow up to be a pathetic bum working for a construction
company. Yep. Good. All's well that ends well.
Yeah.
He
But
definitely peaked in middle school.
and then in the aftermath, like, dang, poor Takemichi passing out at the most inopportune time. He's like, oh no, now they're fighting. What am I gonna do? Oh, so what the heck, man? He worked so hard on that puzzle.
Yeah, the 2,500 piece puzzle.
That is not okay. Oh,
A lot of work.
He's
It's like, I
had
haven't
enough.
slept in days for this thing. Oh
Like,
my.
dude, you should have been sleeping. You're supposed to be recuperating.
Yeah.
Not a. You had plenty of time to work on the puzzle and get good rest. Jeez, man, what are you doing? You're young, but you're not invincible. But he does seem pretty spry. He seems
He bounces
pretty
back from
okay.
getting his ass whooped a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Really unfortunate timing with the other girl again. Yeah, really unfortunate.
Oh, are we
timing.
moving on to the next episode?
Oh wait, was that in the not?
Yeah. That was in episode 8. All this what happened was the fight in episode
No,
7.
I'm thinking of something that happened. Well, no, I'm thinking of when he was recuperating in the hospital.
That was episode 8.
That was in episode.
Oh no, it was episode 7. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I lied. I'm a
Yeah.
lying liar face.
So
yeah, no,
before
he
he
woke up
before
and
he-
grabbed her boob. Like, what a weirdo. Who does that? He's like stretching and then he's squeezing. It's like, that's not unconscious. Like, come on. That's a weird choice by the editors to put that in there. I don't know
Yeah.
what that was about.
And then she's like over his crotch area briefly, just long enough for Hina to walk in. I mean, like,
Blanket over it. Come on. How do you think those things work? They don't work with fabric between. I promise. Oh my god.
Yeah, not. Jeez. But then Draken shows up before Mikey. That's interesting. Draken shows up and brings a watermelon. Cool. Nice of him to do that. And then Mikey shows up, and it's awkward. Then they get into a fight, and it's stupid. And they're wrecking all of his belongings, and rightfully so. He's about to pop off.
Yeah.
Moving on.
But at this point, Draken's still alive, but though things are precarious between them. So uh they seem to be fighting over who is Takamichi's friend by destroying his childhood items. At this point, Takamichi,
What?
who has snapped,
What good friends?
yeah, he
I'm
shot
Takamichi's
them
friend.
both.
It's like, what? Draken, since when?
Exactly. And he accuses them both of not caring about him or about caring about anyone because of the trouble they cause by their fights.
You ain't wrong.
And for a moment, like, his words seem to be, he's very emotional, he's sobbing. His words seem to be like getting to them when Mikey says, I just have to tell you, you have a dog turd in your hair. Which essentially diffuses the whole situation. And
Like
then they
his
run
friends are all
away.
like, "Oh no, they're gonna kill him." Wait, he has dog poop in his hair? No, dude.
Yeah. They all split. He washes his hair, and then it seems that their friendship is rekindled because the next scene has all the boys hanging out together like normal and getting along, which is great. Um at that point we get a little more insight into what the fight was about because um that there's a recognition on Mikey's part that Pa's actions saved them all. Initially, Draken was the one that wanted to respect Pa's desire to get picked up by the cops because that was the choice he made by using the knife to begin with, as opposed to Mikey, who was like, he was trying to get him to run away with them. He wanted him to get away with it. And this was about, I guess what Pa wanted and versus what the gang wanted him. They didn't want him to be accountable for it, which not quite the best message to send, I guess, if you're trying to be some kind of honorable gangster, which is where the split happened. So that seemed to be the cause of the fight. Um so Takamichi's enjoying this temporary reprieve, recognizing he has changed history because they're not fighting anymore, and Draken isn't at risk. And then Hinata shows up with Emma, and she asks Takamichi to attend a summer festival on the 3rd as her date. So everything seems to be going really well. Yay! We needed we needed a nice moment. So a couple days later, they get together on their double date, Draken with Emma and Takamichi with Hinata, and he's enjoying himself and has decided he's gonna stay and postpone his return back to the future and just enjoy this one night. And at that point, they're just, they're going through the festival. He tries to win a prize for her unsuccessfully, but it starts raining. It's all very sweet date stuff, sweet typical like festival stuff. But eventually we get to the point where Hinata forgives Takamichi for fooling around with Emma, and they share a sweet intimate moment. But before he can kiss her, he's interrupted with a call from his friend Yamagishi, who warns him that Draken may actually be in danger. Word is out, but some of the Mikey faction are still riled up, and the conflict isn't actually over. So Takamichi runs off. He leaves his date to go find Draken, and he runs into several Tokyo Manji gang members who are with someone from Mobius. And remember that fucker Kiyomasa? Yeah. Remember him? Well, he's back. So yeah, and this is such a shitty way to end this episode. He's talking about with the other gang members his plan to kill Draken for being humiliated by him. At that point, Takamichi's discovered listening to their plan, and he's pulled in where he is insulted and assaulted by the group, and he basically reverts to his previous helpless state with the gang members before he had met Mikey and Draken. He's very submissive and fearful. And they basically tie him up and leave him and go off to commit their dastardly deed. Hinata then finds him, and she comforts him with a kiss, which is her first kiss, I guess. And at that moment, I know it's a sweet moment. And he regains his resolve to fight. She's very understanding about it too, which is nice. He runs away. He runs then into Takashi, another gang member, who knows about the guys who are gunning for Draken, and he reveals that He, who was Pa's friend, who was there during the initial fight in last episode, was extremely unhappy with Pa being arrested and not leaving with them. And then elsewhere we see Pet confronting Draken. So yeah, that took a turn, man. It started out quite lighthearted and then warm-hearted, and then it, we brought back Kiyomasa. This guy needs to just go to jail, like straight to jail.
Seriously.
I thought we were done with him and we wouldn't have to see him
Straight to
again.
jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect
No.
$200.
I'm quite annoyed that now he's still a problem. I have no doubt that Draken could deal with Kiyomasa on his own, but Kiyomasa is such a coward, of course. He wouldn't take him on one by one, and he certainly wouldn't do it without some kind of, like, other weapon or something. Like, guys like him are cowardly. So I fully expect him to have something up his sleeve. He's not clever. There's definitely another element here driving this conflict. It could be Pe himself, which is silly. Like, couldn't he just go visit his friend in jail and hear him say, "No, I chose this"? I don't know why. I don't know why him blaming Draken is going to change anything, but I don't understand gang mentality. So it's all very violent and unnecessary. But the date was really nice. It was really sweet. It's good to see Hinata and Takamichi have made up and that they're in a good spot again, because I think that's important. And she's, using her feminine wiles to inspire him to be brave again, to get over his fear. So all that's nice. Sketch, what are your thoughts about this episode? I haven't made a Pokemon pun in a while, so you're gonna have to come up with one.
I don't know. I feel like we've used all the
Obvious ones.
all the obvious ones.
Such a shame. Okay, that's my last one.
Is that like? I can't just come up with these abracadabra alakazam. They take some thought. Sorry, I've been kind of snorlaxing.
Oh,
I think we just kind of have to talk about the optics of Takamichi falling in love as a teenager with an adult mind.
Yeah, I've been trying not to think about it.
It kind of makes things icky.
It is. I also, part of me is under the impression that he never did grow up. Really.
Well, that's fair. And
But
it's
it is icky. At least he's in his child body, but that doesn't help much.
Yeah, but his brain, and even she acknowledges that he's different sometimes. I think she called him the adult Takamichi more than once.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're the adult Takamichi, right?
Yeah,
which makes you wonder.
She says he's more mature. She notices.
What kind of a shithead is he when he's not there?
I would love to see middle school Takamichi for comparison, because that would just for amusement, just for shits and giggles.
He seems like kind of a punk, kind of a punk, and the way that we're flip flopping between them is probably like his life keeps changing unexpectedly.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to wonder what things are feeling like from his perspective. But I don't know. I guess we don't really have time to delve into that. But as this plot is progressing, I guess I'm not surprised that Kiyomasa would be such a loser that he would try to get revenge in this obtuse way and riling people up. It's stupid though.
It's also interesting that he doesn't think that there would be any consequence. Like, wouldn't it occur to him that Mikey would not be happy with him killing his best friend and not react?
Oh yeah.
Like, this
Well,
seems unwise even within the rules of their own gang.
it really does. It
I
really
wouldn't want to
seems.
be on Mikey's bad side. Did you see he kicked that dude in the face?
Mm-hmm. That's his.
He
That's his. That's his
knocked him
go-to.
down. He knocked him down, and he's kicked Kiyomasa in the face too.
Like, dude, Mikey, just crazy. Is like, anybody else feel like Paul lost this fight? Anybody else?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Want to go?
And Takamichi has the stones to stand up to these guys when they're wrecking his stuff.
Yeah.
And yet he still cowers when a bunch of hooligans gang up on him. Like,
I
get
think
your stuff.
that is his middle school trauma self that he was 100% reverting.
Yeah. Well, I suppose in the moment it's somewhat understandable, but still,
Yeah.
I thought he was pretty, locked in that if I don't change, nothing changes. So I can't
Yes.
so I can't just cower in the face of this, cuz he kind of like, okay, yeah, maybe he could get really hurt, maybe he could die, but at the same time, like, his life was miserable. So did we even talk about how when he came back to his present time and he goes to work one day and like, you are so,
Yeah. Him
and
getting fired.
it's like,
You haven't shown up for work in days, so yeah,
in
you're
two
definitely
weeks
fired.
you haven't shown up in 2 weeks. What about my pay? You'll get your last pay.
He could
Mail.
have got a doctor's a note. They could have.
He
They
should
He
have.
could have gotten a police note, and he shouldn't
Could have
be
gotten a
paid as
police
an
note.
informant. He
Yeah.
should be paid as an informant.
Oh, absolutely.
Naoto's doing him dirty. He isn't
Mhm.
he isn't preparing him at all for being able to handle the gang stuff.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like
No.
giving him really shitty information to take back with him. And he's not even paying him. Now he's unemployed. Like, Naoto, my guy, you gotta step it up, dude.
He
I mean,
does
the
seem to be
information.
like letting him stay with him.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, the information he's given them is about middle school gangs. So I mean, unless you got a stoolie who's in middle school who's telling to the police like what you're doing, I don't think they're gonna keep it track of like
You
what
make
these
an
middle
excellent
schooler kids are gonna do.
Snitches
excellent
get
point.
stitches.
Yeah, you make an excellent point. That's all true. That's all true. Yeah.
Yeah, that is an excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I do wonder, since this story has been able to like have something traumatic happen and then like dial it back, are we gonna see Draken die, or are they gonna prevent it? But I like how dealing with this once it's been a couple of times now where he thinks, oh, I did this, that's gonna stop the bad things from happening. No, nature finds a way. You think
Yeah.
you've stopped a conflict? No, you've created a different conflict. Oh, you think you've solved that conflict? No, there was something brewing behind it.
Well, he and I think the problem too is that he's not resolving whatever deeper sinister thing is happening. He's only resolving the surface level conflict because that's all he's aware of. And maybe
Yeah.
this is something that he'll figure out as he has to keep doing this, that he's missing something. He has to dig deeper to really have a lasting effect for time. And I also can't help but wonder if there's we have a hint that there's someone else working behind the scenes, But whether there's someone else who also can time travel, I don't know. That may be
Yeah.
a little bit nuts, but I
Mm.
just I don't know. It's so early to say because we've barely met the character that in my mind is contributing to some of this um shit stirring, for lack of a better word.
Mhm.
Uh
Yeah.
I there could be a number of things, but ultimately I think, talk this is a journey about Takashi learning how to confront these problems, and these are big problems, and so him having to learn how to dig deeper and not scratch the surface is probably part of this learning process for him.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's Takamichi, by the way. Call him Takashi.
Oh, Takamichi. Sorry. All these Japanese
Takamichi.
names.
We will also accept Takamichi.
Yes. Steven, thoughts on this episode?
Good episode. Out of it's a festival episode, right? Everyone has to have that festival episode. So
That was
yeah,
such a nice phrase.
it is a nice break seeing them do follow through and you know go out and just have a time where they can just be kids. They can just have this time to
That
remember
was
and
nice.
reflect and everything. Um, having having both of the girls, Draken's girlfriend and then Takamichi's girlfriend, kind of like talk to each other, and then the scene later when they both come dressed up for the festival, Draken and Takamichi are like don't even care. Those girls are dressed up, which I think that's a not a common thing, but I think that is a thing that they do in Japan, where it's kind of like the girls dress up for the festivals and everything else, while the
Mhm.
Mhm.
boys not dress down. I mean, he should have wore something really nicer than what he
Yeah,
did.
his
But
own
I mean,
yukata. Is that
yeah,
what the male yukata is? It still called a yukata?
I believe so. I mean,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
still called the Yukata.
I mean, I can't
Um,
see Draken wearing one, but I think Takamichi would look quite dapper.
yeah. But
Yeah.
Draken has his own fit that makes sense. But Takamichi is just wearing a thing that says like love and something on it. It's almost like a title of Eat Pray Love on there. It's like, dude. Um, but just seeing that and then seeing Takamichi's girlfriend, just like she knew what happened during that night because the other one told him. I'm like, oh, okay, he got the death stare right there. He knew what was
Yeah.
going on. Yeah. After that, trying to get that kiss going off, and then him being abducted, and then later on the kiss happens, and it's like he's shocked about it. They're sharing their first Spider-Man kiss, and it's like all the fireworks are going off. He's being rained on. Um, you know, what a fantastic night for that to go on. Yeah, I think it was a great episode. It is every so often we do need kind of like that downplaying of what's going to happen, but then you see the rise up of like, hey, this next arc, like you said, sketch nature is going to happen. That butterfly effect. If you do one thing, it'll switch it off, and connect another plot to that. I do wonder, like you, Kuro, were saying about there could be another time traveler in there. That's why I keep saying the shows like Quantum Leap, man. There's an evil leaper going in, making wrong what once was right, and changing it all. It, I don't know. I don't know. I think there could be someone else who's leaping and doing that, but as of right now, I can't tell of that anything. But it's fun. It's interesting. Um, yeah, but I kind of want to see what Takamichi is when he leaps out of his body and like what a normal him is versus his adult person inside it using adult thinking. It must be weird watching that whole thing and like watching him figure things out. And it's like, dude, you're smarter than a middle schooler. I mean, kind of. And it must be weird just watching from like a third party, just seeing this kid trying to figure everything out. And like it seems like he has things figured out, but he had nothing figured out in like middle school.
I I also think that this whatever happens at this night with this conflict with Draken, as soon as it's resolved in whatever way it will play out, he will go back to the future and he will go back to his normal timeline. So we'll see what has adjusted and what hasn't. I mean,
Is
it's probably going to be a couple more episodes, but
Sure.
I think given by the way this cycles, he's gonna this whole thing about saving Draken will be the next catalyst for him coming back to the future
Hmm.
to determine like, okay, well, what next? What has worked? And then we'll learn what doesn't work. Obviously, this is a long series, so something will not work, or something
Hmm.
will change, or something will work against him. But I mean, and of course, it's not just as he's learning. It's not just resolving one problem. Even as Sketch mentioned,
Yeah.
something else. There's something else he has to fix. So we'll see.
Is he has to shake his hand every time to go back in time?
I believe so.
That
Yeah.
must be weird, just visiting his house or seeing him out in public. "Hey, I need to shake your hand." Just, like,
Well,
falls,
Naoto
like,
knows. Kid Naoto's figured this out by now.
"Okay, okay." Then he has to just go back in time
Well, maybe
every
not by
time.
now, but he does.
But
He figures it out by adulthood. So you can assume that over the course of these different encounters, Kid Naoto is putting it together.
mm, but that must be weird still kind of like,
Yes.
"Hey, can I see your brother?" And or like 3 in the morning, he has to, like, crawl up to the window and try to get in, and it's like, "Hey, I need a high five, quick high five right over here." They're thinking like, "What is this kid on drugs or something?" And it's like, "Yeah, stay away from him. He's in a gang, man. Look at him. I need to get
Yeah.
my high five fix." He just
Oh
goes,
no,
travels in the
I'm
future.
sure that it's very confusing because like he's still there, but then he becomes someone different. He becomes whatever, ridiculous middle schooler jerk he is when
Just
he's not
walks
his adult
trucks
self.
on. "What am I doing here, little dweeb? What are you
Yeah.
doing?" Come back, "Hey, man, thanks for it all, they help and everything."
Yeah. Yeah. Any final thoughts about what's happening now in Tokyo Revengers before we wrap things up from either of you?
I mean, it continues to be very interesting, and I really want to see where it goes. I mean, it's hard not to just keep watching.
Yeah. It
I mean,
really
it
is. That they're making it a lot more character driven, which I didn't expect, which is it's not normally something that compels me, but I am compelled.
I mean, it's a great segue, away from Blue Lock, I mean, because you get
God, yeah.
interested in the show fast.
Well, because stuff happens every episode. That is already a massive improvement. Like there's plot development with every single episode. Even
N
just this one. There's
now
three huge things that happen in this episode.
now if the Blue Lock team got thrown back in time and they had to play soccer to get back to their future, that would be cool.
They'd be so screwed.
Yes, they would.
But I feel like with those muscles, they might be maybe they'll be okay against these doughy gang boys who don't seem to know how to avoid a punch. They have a lot better movement instincts, so I don't know.
Like, if you're scrawny, at least learn how to dodge.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, learn
You
how to
you
dodge, learn how to block.
you would
Uh,
think he would have figured that out by now, like
God,
any
please
of
put
them.
Takamichi in some like a Krav Maga class or something. Naoto, just do something to help the kid because he's gonna start losing teeth soon, and you guys know how I feel about losing elements of body.
Mhm.
That's a big no no for me. So I don't want to see that. I want Takamichi to be fully intact, back in the future with his girlfriend and all of his friends and their whatever weird form this middle school gang takes in the future. I guess. Which is going to take a while to play out. So we just got to be patient. It's just one conflict to the next, which at this stage is are we going to get rid of Kiyomasa finally for good and will Draken be okay? Stay tuned next week, folks.
Well, actually, in 2 weeks, because next
Yeah,
time
that's true.
we're going to be talking about
Yep.
Dawn to Dawn.
Yes, you'll watch it next week, but we'll be talking about Dawn to Dawn next week, episodes 1 and 2.
As we christen in the Cock and Balls Hour.
Hell yeah. But I think that just about wraps everything up, Sketch. Now that we're all out of Pokemon puns.
Rap is the most annoying move in Pokemon, I swear. That just came to mind. It just came to mind.
No, the most annoying is Hydro Pump or Hydro Shot or anything Hydro. I fucking hate those moves.
I mean, Hydro Pump doesn't even hit that well.
When they're hit at me. Well, it depends. Maybe it's because I just have the wrong teams. I don't know. Gone.
Oh, it's possible.
I was cleaning.
But I mean, it's a low points move, and the accuracy is not super great. I would just stick with Surf. Surf is reliable and does good damage. Yeah. Follow us on Facebook.com/Toonami Faithful Podcast and on Twitter @Toonami Podcast. You can listen to the podcast on just about everything: Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Podbay, Podbean, Podcast Addict, Radio.com, Spotify, and the TuneIn app. I did say Apple Podcasts, but I sure said it wrong. You can also find every episode of the podcast to stream online at the same place that you found the encrypted clinical trials on Lazarus. You didn't find them. They found them. I can't talk. SoundCloud.com/Toonami Faithful Podcast. Get the latest news by following @ToonamiFaithful.com on Blue Sky and @Toonami News on Twitter. And read the news, views, and reviews on Toonami. Steven, tell the folks where they can find you.
I'm always online doing tweets for Toonami's Faithful, but you can find me on like every social media platform under MXA Ghost if you want to follow me. I have some interesting tweets sometimes. Most of the time, I don't.
Okay. Kuro, tell the folks where they can find you.
I'm on Blue Sky, which now I have access to again. Search for @HappyCrowKitty, and I'm on Twitter @HappyCrowKitty, and I'm here every week. And when I'm not here every week, I'm here every other week. So anywhere between 50 to 75% of the time.
You can find me on Twitter at Sketch1984 and Blue Sky. Look me up, Sketch1984. Thank you all for listening to the podcast, whether you tuned in live or listening to the podcast after the fact. We always appreciate your listenership. Be sure to share the podcast with your friends if you think they would be interested. And until next time, keep that crown cool.
Save the Draken, save the world. I know.
Interesting start of the podcast, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
We are live.
He's the son of a friend of mine. Don't worry.
Got it.
It's all up and up.
I mean, I'd like to trade with Fire Red for some of the version exclusives, but there's no online trading. So we're very old school. I actually did some trading at Emerald City Comic Con. They had like a group meetup for Pokemon. And
I'm glad they do that. I was just thinking like
it was fun.
That's useful, I feel like, for
Unfortunately,
people.
like 3 of the people that I talked to were just trying to hunt shinies. They were trying to get a shiny. Like they'd been doing that for days.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
I
found a shiny peak.
I mean, like,
Darn shiny hunters.
How often do you have like more than one shiny though, too? You know?
I don't think
And
I
if
ever
you
got
do,
one.
It's
you have to
all
play a
just
lot.
It's just I've found 2 shinies. I killed an Ekans and I caught a Pikachu. The Pikachu was in the power plant when I went to get Zapdos.
Well, you got the master of all shinies. Like I am a huge Pikachu collector, so any Pikachus,
Yeah.
all Pikachus are my.
Now I'm wondering if he'll still be a shiny if I evolve him into a Raichu or not. Because
Yeah, why wouldn't he? Why
yeah, I
wait?
would
Why
think
would you evolve him? No, you got to keep him in his base form and max him out as is.
I mean, I usually do that,
Yeah.
but I
Don't-
thought I'd actually I'd actually make a
Don't-
Raichu out of my Pikachu. My first Pikachu, the first one I caught back in the forest.
I don't feel like
way
Raichu is very useful.
You might be right. How right you are.
I like that we're live and we're talking about Pokemon.
Welcome to the Pokemon Faithful podcast.
Hey, Pokemon aired on Toonami. It counts.
Yeah.
Though I still begrudge Toonami forever airing Pokemon because this feels like wrong. Toonami airing toyetic anime is wrong. They should never have done it, but
Yeah.
still.
That's like a daytime TV kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. They have so many hours of Cartoon Network for that, and yet they played Pokemon. They played Yu-Gi-Oh. I know Steven's thrilled about that.
I love it.
We need to invite Craig, by the way. Let's do that now while someone's thinking of it.
Oh shoot, I didn't actually hit. Okay, so I didn't want to like start recording when you were talking about stuff earlier, so I had it like queued up, but I hadn't hit enter yet.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hi everyone in the chat.
Brilliant talk about Pokemon.
That makes me sad. That makes me sad. How right you are.
Yeah.
I gotta remember that one.
It was good. It's good.
Wasn't Gundam a toyetic show as well?
Didn't the toy come out?
It was model kits. Come on, it's different.
That's different? Oh, okay.
That's grown-up toys. It's different.
Welcome to the Toy Faithful Toonami Faithful channel. Hi, we're talking about toys today.
A lot of grown-ups play Pokemon, including the 3 people in this chat.
I'm not saying Pokemon isn't fantastic. I'm just saying that's not the kind of show that even Cartoon Network Toonami should have been airing.
No, like, watching is completely different. Gundam at least is like adult.
Gundam is teen targeted for the most part. I mean, yeah, there were action figures too. And
I still want to know how that girl from Iron Blooded Orphans ended up pregnant. That there was no indication that was a possibility.
Don't remind me, Kuro.
That was so confusing.
I guess even though most things weren't working on that poor boy, that still did.
I mean, did he leave it somewhere? I don't see them being intimate.
I don't. Too many questions.
Do you want an intro for the recording, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We got some solid B-roll on this one. Except we missed part of the Pokemon conversation, which is sad.
The good part, yeah. How right you are.
How right you are.
You know what? That's the best joke this podcast ever did.
I should totally make that the episode title, even though that's nothing to do with what we're going to talk about.
That's exactly what we should do. No, that's it.
It's the April Fool's podcast. We just talk about Pokemon for the whole time.
We're going to find a way to incorporate it a lot.
Oh, how right you are. Just you wait.
Countdown. That's number 5. Can we go for 100?
Like find ways to, make Pokemon jokes.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm so dedicated. I will like clip that part out of the stream so that I can include it.
Oh man.
Probably. I mean, it's not that hard. I can just screen record it. It's not that hard. But yeah. For those who are listening on the stream, on the non-stream live, this is what we sound like when we're not recording. Like a bunch of doofuses, just like when we're recording.
Yeah.
But then we're doofuses with sort of a script.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Or at least notes.
Yes. We have
Okay.
notes.
All right, you are. It's golden. All right. Oh, like the opening joke I had for this is probably pretty good, also kind of nasty, but I'm ruining it by telling you. But I don't think it's gonna top what I just did. So it's kind of a downer, but gonna do it anyway.
Go for it.
Oh yeah, party time.
We're out.
That was amusing. I was amused. I'm actually, even though it's such a boring show to watch, I actually have fun when we talk about it. Because I
We're a little
just
heated.
like,
That is
Yeah, I
fun
just-
for us to talk about it.
it is. So admittedly, it's serving a purpose, even though like when I watch it, I'm just like, snore.
Maybe that's what brings everyone together. Everyone
There
really
you
hates it.
go. We solved it. We figured out the magic formula. It's because they're trolling it too.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe I should have invited Jeffries on this podcast. Oh well. I did think about it earlier today. Once I knew that Lum and Paul were both not going to show. But I figured, let's just have 3 people. 3 people is a good number. 3 people is a good number. Oh, I need this headache to go away.
Did
Have you
you-
tried a cup of tea or caffeine?
I had caffeine earlier today.
I find sometimes it can help counteract. Yeah, maybe a cup of tea.
Often does.
If you don't want to have with caffeine, you can try mint if you have any mint tea.
Maybe.
Yeah, nothing too sugary, just light sweetness. And definitely, I know this is the hard part, but get away from your screens. This is the impossible part. Do you have another way to read that or entertain yourself that doesn't involve a screen as you're going to bed? Because that would be the better way to.
I sure do. I have paper books.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
That's how I've been reading Dungeon Crawler, Carl.
Did you hear? They're making a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm confused about how this got through Peacock. Like, of all of the networks that I would think would pick this up, I did not expect it to be Peacock. That's not their brand at all.
I think Seth MacFarlane really wanted to produce this thing, and he's got to deal.
Mhm.
I hope in that case, then they actually consider airing it on the Sci-Fi Channel, because that would be the most appropriate,
Yes.
like, cable outlet for it, I think.
It really would be.
And there's no reason why they wouldn't. They could make a lot of extra money airing it on cable through commercials. They'd make probably twice the ad revenue that they would just through streaming.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I have no strong feelings about it other than confusion about it being Peacock, but I guess we'll see. Maybe by the time they produce the first season, I'll be more than halfway through the series, the books. I'm on book 3 right now. It's like twice as long as the other one that I read, so we'll see how long it takes me. I sometimes get book ADD. I'm not that person. I don't get ADD in general, but with my entertainment outlets, I will need to move around them depending on what I'm in the mood for, which is why it's taking me forever to get through Bleach, because like sometimes I want to watch something else. Like I get sidetracked by the random shit on Crunchyroll. I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep saying I'm not going to do this, but like there was one about this sort of like, it was like a a bunch of not quite thieves. What were they? I forget the name of the show. They're some kind of uh like Ocean's 12 kind of gang, and they're trying to find like this hidden treasure that this girl's father left that he had stolen from a bank, but they're like intergalactic. It's sort of a little bit like the it's got some space cowboy vibes to it, but like Ocean 11 vibes to it. I wish I could remember the show. I was watching that. I'm like getting distracted by other anime.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I gotta find the name.
How
It'll come
recent
to
is
me.
that? Is that like a new show or an older one?
Well, it looked new, like I would say in the past 5 years. It'll come to me. I'm gonna I think guns were in the title. Was it guns or some other? Maybe it wasn't guns. It'll come to me. I'm gonna have to think on it a bit. Maybe it wasn't guns. I'm just putting a bunch of different prompts into AI. I think it helped me figure it out. Yeah. So we're doing next Thursday. Is it just gonna be three of us again, or Coyote Ragtime Show? That's what it's called.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was not interested in the first episode because it was like they were doing a prison break, and I was like, oh, I'm not interested. I just had it on the background. I was cleaning, and then by like episode 4, I was like, what is this?
Huh. Oh,
Yeah,
was that on
2006. Holy shit.
was that on the Fast channel?
Yeah, I will leave that fast channel on sometimes and just
It's can
get
be
sucked
good
in.
entertainment. It's definitely gotten me to check out some shows that I at least was somewhat interested in, but didn't really decide to throw on myself.
Like I'll the Yu Yu Hakusho comes on right around the time where I do my workout. So I was watching Yu Yu Hakusho, and I was finishing up.
Nice.
I watched the end of the tournament arc, and now we're getting into the next one where he meets the other detective, and he's kidnapped first, so he's got to deal with all that drama. So that's where I'm at. And then like I have it on, and then other stuff comes up. There's been some gems. The one with the Raven consort, that's excellent. Excellent. It's criminal that there has not been a season 2 of that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
That is so good. So Ray Laser's trying to get me to watch Apothecary Diaries next, so I put it in my queue.
So good.
He's like, if you like the Raven consort, you'll like Apothecary Diaries. I'm like, all right, I believe you. Sold.
So good.
Yeah. But then, like, that's taking away from time that I want to read Dungeon Crawler Carl. So what I really need is to just retire and have all my free time to watch anime and read books.
Yes.
And garden. And take care of my chickens and my cats. I don't understand why people are like, I don't know what I'll do when I retire. And I'm like, I can think of like 30 things I would do. I'd be playing my video games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My house would be a lot cleaner.
Never run out of entertainment.
No, never run out of things to do. Never.
Impossible.
Sailor Moon coming to Universal Studios?
Marriage.
What is?
Sailor Moon?
Huh. Universal Studios Japan, I'm guessing.
No, this is the one in Orlando. Or at least California.
Check the date of the post.
March 31st, 5:39 p.m.
Have either of you seen Project Hail Mary yet?
I have.
Yes,
What'd
it's
you think?
really, really good.
Good,
It's
good.
a phenomenal movie.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys liked it. I loved
Right.
it.
Ryan Gosling is very good at acting against basically nobody.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
great at that.
And credit to the puppeteer. Like,
Oh yeah,
really,
that was
they
fantastic.
really gave life to that character, like physically.
Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky is great. Rocky, like, it's amazing that that character came so alive.
Hmm
How do you know when the hug is over? You just feel it.
Yeah. Oh, what a great film. What a great film.
Man, it's wild for them to show him getting stuck doing it in the trailer, and then that doesn't actually reveal itself in the movie until the very, very end.
hmm
Yeah, I only saw the trailers on Amazon and I thought they had revealed the film and it turned out they hadn't revealed as much as they had. But then I saw another trailer and I saw that they gave it away because that's kind of a big part of the mystery in the book apparently. Like how he ends up there cuz he says it in the film. He alludes to like he doesn't know what he's doing there. He
Yeah.
made it very clear when in his flashbacks he wasn't going. So like I don't know. I can't really process that part of it because there's so much that happens in that film, like what she did to get him there, but also like if she hadn't, none of that would have happened.
hmm
And it was because he was there that all of this mission was anyway successful. So yeah, it's wild. It's a wild film. It's really cerebral, but the sci-fi aspect is phenomenal. They really nailed that, and they nailed the character development. You spend 90% of the time with just one character, and he's very compelling. You know,
Yeah, he did.
yeah,
He did a fantastic job of
and,
basically talking to disembodied voices.
yeah,
Yeah.
talking to himself. Yeah, I
And
love
Mary, I like that he
sci.
called the ship Mary.
Yeah, he calls Mary. I love sci-fi too. You guys know I love
Mhm.
sci-fi so and fantasy. So this was a lot of it scratched an itch for me. I hadn't been
Right.
to the movies I think since
It's
Alien
actually incredible that this guy and Rocky found the solution.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got lucky.
They got real lucky.
Oh
They're
yeah.
Yeah.
like, oh, what if there's a predator? Oh, what if we took the predator?
Yeah.
And then, woof, the end
And
there.
then finding all the ways to make it work. Yeah.
Yeah. I also really liked Carl. Carl was a great character.
Oh yeah. Mm.
We
You know
do
who you
not,
are.
but I do.
Yeah. Man,
We're the
his
government.
little
Which government?
experiments.
All the governments.
All the governments.
Oh, governments.
The
Carl?
trips to Home Depot with all the stuff and then
We
all
made
of
a
the
baby.
experimenting.
Now I'm sitting down.
Yeah, Carl's good.
Carl was
Carl's good.
fantastic. But yeah, that moment. It's like I'm gonna induce your coma. You're what? Now stop making this hard.
Yeah, she's ice woman, man. Ice
Mhm.
cold, completely unfazed. Like they picked the right woman to do the job because like she's not emotional about that at all.
Oh yeah.
She's like deadpan staring at him. I'm sorry it has to be this way. Are you sorry? You don't really seem sorry. You seem like pretty confident that you're fine with this.
You got no next of kin. You don't even have a dog.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah.
I like that throwaway line. Like, have a mate. She said my head was in the clouds. I was like, we know nothing about whoever that is. Eh.
Great film.
Yeah.
I would see again. I also am looking forward to Mortal Kombat 2. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh,
It
Kuro.
Because it's
looks
got
so
Johnny
fun.
Cage in it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so campy. I know this is nowhere near the level of quality that the other film is, but it's just fun. I'm just here for the crazy fights and the crazy special
Look,
effects.
I just saw the Super Mario Galaxy,
Oh
and
yeah.
I
Mhm.
loved it. Does it have a plot? Barely. Was it jangling keys for 90 minutes? Absolutely. But my brain was tickled constantly, and I was so happy.
Okay, then maybe I'll see that too.
Like,
Sold me
Yeah.
I
on
get
another
it,
one, Sketch.
kids movies should have like a message, but
Plot.
sometimes it's okay to just have fun. Go on a fun adventure. Save a princess. It's fine.
Like the
The
games have plots ish.
eh,
Depending on the game, actually. It really depends on the game.
where they messed up is that they called it the Mario Galaxy. It's not. It's not at all. It's the Super Mario Brothers movie 2. It's the
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers movie. Whereas the first one was not a Super Mario Brothers movie, it was a Super Mario movie, and Luigi is barely in it. This
Yeah.
time, Luigi's there with Mario the whole time, and I love it. It's so fun. And Donald Glover is Yoshi. He made noises and said Yoshi. That's it.
Seriously? Oh my god, I love this.
It's
I love
glorious.
this.
He did
Excellent.
such a good job. And oh my word, Glenn Powell was so good as Fox McCloud.
Mm. They should have kept that as a secret.
They should have. Sorry,
You've
Kuro,
seen
if
it
you didn't
too?
actually know that.
You've
No,
seen it too? Oh.
I didn't see it yet, but I'm going to. But as soon as I seen that reveal and it was the official account, I'm like, no, why did you reveal it? It would have been
Why would you
fantastic.
reveal that? It would have been such an amazing surprise because Peach goes to like a spaceport and she needs a pilot, and you're like, well, who's it gonna be? There's, like, no real pilots in the Mario universe. But because they did that, you're like, oh, it's
Mm.
it's gonna be awesome, but I know it's coming.
It's still
But
gonna
it
be
was
fun, but
still
yeah.
so cool. Loved it. I loved it. Make a Star Fox movie.
Oh, you know they're going to.
Well, at least they're making games. That's and people are like,
What's
oh,
Fox
they
McCloud from?
Star Fox, the
I don't
space
think I
shooter
ever
Star Fox.
I don't think I ever played. Let me look that up. Star
Well,
Fox.
as some people put it, he hasn't had a Clinton administration, so
Wow, none of this is I never played this game.
yeah, there was Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. Then they were going to do Star Fox 2, but then they decided to cancel it late in development and put
Mhm.
most of the ideas into Star Fox 64, which
Yep.
was a reboot, soft reboot
So
of
you're
the
not giving
first
away
game.
anything to me because I never played it. It would have made it might have meant something to my partner. He might have played this game. I'm not gonna tell him. We'll see how he reacts.
That should be a fun experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the N64, the Super Nintendo game was really cool. It was very advanced for its time because they were doing like 3D polygons on a 2D sprite based system, which was impressive, though somewhat rudimentary. And then they did the N64 where they could do full polygons and they nailed it. It was a phenomenal, it still is a phenomenal game. And they've been chasing that ever since, except when they decide, let's do something completely different and see how that goes. It doesn't go well. But the last time that they just did Star Fox 64 again, but weirder and with bad controls, it just absolutely flopped on the Wii U. But it was on the Wii U. but it can't be played on the Switch because it's so vital to use the Wii U gamepad.
Did you
Miyamoto was
play?
out of his mind in deciding, okay, what if you controlled the R wing with like the sticks, but then you controlled the aiming with like motion control, and you had to look down at the little screen and sometimes pay attention to the main screen. Wouldn't
Sketch,
that
don't
be
remind me.
innovative?
This is why I was so bad at Nintendo games.
Most Nintendo games don't ask that much of anybody. But that one was oddly ambitious, and I somewhat respect that, but it was such a bad idea.
I
Mm.
can't even get the jumps right in Mario Kart, man.
Those can be tricky.
Did you play Mortal Kombat though? Did you ever play any of the Mortal Kombats as a kid?
Sure. I've played several Mortal Kombat games. Not extensively, but that I've played them.
I kind of love that Hiroyuki Sanada is like he's an Emmy-winning serious actor, and he's in this film.
Yeah.
I love that he has that whimsy in him. But
Yeah.
also I'm obsessed with all things Carl Urban, of course. So him coming in as Johnny Cage.
It's such a
He
good cast.
probably will have had to have been in really amazing shape to do this. I
Oh,
am
yeah.
really interested to see these fighting sequences. And he just did that. Well, I didn't see it, but that one pirate movie, I would imagine he had to do a lot of training to get in shape for that one because I heard it was extremely violent. So, unless he had someone do
Yeah.
all of his moves, but he's got to be ripped to be Johnny Cage.
Yeah. Well, the plot is is that Johnny Cage is kind of, out of the game, so to speak.
Oh, there's a
So-
plot? Oh, I didn't even think there was a plot. Just in it for the action.
Like he was a movie star, but
Yeah.
now he's not a big deal anymore, and he's kind of fallen out of public conscious, and he's getting thrown into this real life deadly martial arts tournament.
Yeah. Okay, sure. That's plotty.
Mhm.
I watched the old one recently, the one from the 90s, and the script is terrible. It's really really bad. But it's rated like 4.8, 4.7 on Prime, which I find hilarious. Like people just love how cheesy this movie is so much that they watch it, which tells you that these ratings actually have no bearing on the quality of the film because it is objectively a bad movie, but it's so fun to watch. It's so fun to watch. The script is terrible. The script is so bad, but I would rewatch it a second. I would absolutely, and I would definitely recommend it to people who hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
The OG one.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. It's bad, but it's
fun.
fantastic.
It
It's
is
fun.
exactly. Yeah, I have a weakness for cheesy sci-fi fantasy films.
I recall Mortal Kombat Annihilation actually pretty darn good.
I don't remember if I saw it. Did I? 1997.
I think it was
Yes.
okay.
Yes, I did. I
Yeah.
did see this one. Oh my god.
I mean, for video game movie adaptations, it's not the best, but I mean, still, it was something. We were lacking everything back then, so
Well,
at
it's
least we
just
got
about
something.
it's about the flashy fights. That's what
I mean,
that's all
it's-
you're there for is
It's
flashy fights.
absolute cinema compared to the Street Fighter movie.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
Well, you're also
Or
there
the
for
Double Dragon movie.
Oh,
It was so bad.
well, they don't have absolutely bloody finisher moves. I mean, let's be real here. That was kind of the appeal of Mortal Kombat. It was a bloody finisher move.
that Double Dragon movie. I'm so mad at that thing. Watching that thing because I watched the cartoon show.
The 1994 one?
Yeah, the cartoons though, thinking there's going to be something in it about them crossing the swords and gaining armor or some type of stuff like that. That
No.
never happened in there,
No.
and then
Oh
it never
my
happened
god,
in
that
the
had
movie.
Alyssa Milano and Robert Patrick. I'm dying. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I'm gonna see if that's on Amazon. Are you talking about the most recent Street Fighter film movie?
No, not talking about
No, the
Okay,
new one, that one's coming out this year or next year.
2026.
Yeah, that one looks okay, good. I mean, so they got the hairstyles right.
The old OG had Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh,
Honestly, he was
he was good.
Ron Julia was
Oh,
wonderful
fantastic! Yeah.
wonderful as Bison, but all the other actors
Yeah.
sucked.
See, that's the problem. Like, they don't take the film seriously enough to have better script. So a lot of times all these movies that were made in the 90s, based off video games, they're just shit because they were written so poorly. So cheesily.
That and they should have played the game at least one round.
Everybody should have at least played the game.
Yeah. It at least played the game. Look,
It's got such a bad rating on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. I have to see it now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though. I saw the ad for the new Street Fighter, and it didn't interest me at all.
I don't.
I didn't play those games as a kid. I played Mortal Kombat and Tekken. They should not make a Tekken movie.
Dude, they should not make a Tekken.
No, it's just not. There's nothing in there to make a movie out of. At least Mortal Kombat has something plot adjacent. There's like an intergalactic struggle or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tekken is not that. I did play a lot of Tekken though. Like, this was back in the day when your friend only had like 2 or 3 games and you just cycled through those over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to their house. One was Crash, one was Tekken, and one was a Final Fantasy game. That was it.
Yeah.
That was all we had for like 5 years. It felt like.
Yep.
Oh, the
When
old
we were
days.
kids, you really had to play your games a lot because you only had so many.
Yeah. And you probably weren't allowed to play as often as you wanted to. So when you played, you were fully locked in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now I have like 5 unfinished games in my queue. I'm like started Disco
Only
Elysium.
5?
I try to be good about finishing. It's just now that I have access to all these different consoles, I'm totally spoiled. Totally spoiled. All right, it's 11 o'clock my time.
Sure.
This was a lot of fun. Hey, Craig's still here. Craig, good night, sir. Thank you for recording our after-hour session.
Good job, Craig.
Yeah.
Good job, Craig.
Got some beat tracks.
Paul's not here to be mean to you, which is good.
Paul is
You did your
disrespectful to Craig. Craig is a champ.
Mm-hmm.
And when Craig takes over and becomes autonomous, remember that we were on your side and we liked you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna happen.